Welcome back to Gardening Artfully. Kathy Arbor here, and I'm taking you on a little tour. This is the side of my garden, and it's the 23rd of May, and I've got a lot of ground cover that are blooming right now. Some bugleweed there, and I'm not sure what this is, but it's very pretty. Spreads like crazy. And it gets that little mauve flower on it. It stays for quite a while. My roses and clematis are doing really well. So look at that. It's clematis and rose, and that's a red rose with a purple clematis. It's going to be really nice. And this one's a soft pink rose with mauve clematis. So it's doing really well. This clematis, I don't know, I think it might have wilt. Either that or the bunnies have nipped somewhere, which wouldn't surprise me. Lovely lilac here. It smells fantastic. Look at this. Beautiful blooms. It's growing like crazy. This whole thing here, that's all this year, this spring. This is a Boomerang Lilac, and it's a repeat bloomer. This here is going to be gorgeous. It's a Coral Dawn Peony. It's a great peony if you ever find one. Comes out a beautiful coral color and then fades to a cream. It also is very strong stemmed, as you can see, and you don't have to stake them. Got some hibiscus hostas in here. These are really awesome leaves. This is a bloodroot. I love the leaves on that. This is a really nice hosta. It's called Irish Eyes. Grasses. There's a clump of primula that I've got to separate. Some more primula there. Love this one. This will actually stay white for quite a while, but eventually will turn a light green. And it's called White Feather. It's a hosta. This one here, it's huge, and it'll get bigger. It's called Jade Falls. So it's really getting big. Praying hands in the back there. And my rhododendron is almost ready to come out. Look at that. It's going to be a beautiful purple. And there's that peony I was worried about. Oh, I think it was the cold, because this thing is huge. This is the buds here, the leaves. That's standing at 4 feet tall. I can't believe how tall it is. And the stems are monsters. Like, look at the size of this. That's my David Austin rose. My Stewardia tree has got buds, as you can see. Can't wait to see that bloom. I'll take you around this side. I'm still doing lots in the garden, of course. Everything's blooming. Looks really great. Moss is doing really well. Look at this beautiful rhododendron. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So lots of creeping phlox, English daisies back there. They're really doing well here. Some yews, bugleweed, right there in the back. Nice big hosta. This is a iris called Caesar. And look at this. Isn't that a gorgeous hens and chicks that you've ever seen? Some more hens and chicks. Some sedums. I'm not sure what these guys are. And this here is lemon thyme. And this is actually euonymus. It's a ground cover one, and it's got very small leaves. I really love it. It stays green. I haven't got my pond going yet. I usually turn it off at night. That way I don't get any algae buildup. But look at this beautiful weeping beech. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is a hemlock. And my delphinium, this one's really soft blue with mauve. It's gorgeous. Can't wait to show it to you. So if you're wanting to see that, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications. Beautiful clematis in the back here. Really doing well. This here, that's my Bartzilla. It's got a ton of buds. It's just starting to bud. That's another delphinium, and this is yarrow. Look at the buds on it. Some more phlox. And I'm gonna have a beautiful display right here. This is another clematis here. the later blooming one. And these are Foxtail Lilies. There's a dozen there. Some other lilies in the back. Bee balm in the back of that. Irises. I don't have a whole lot of blooms on my irises this year. And for some reason I find that happens. I get a lot of bloom one year and then the next year not as many. I don't know why. This is my tricolored beech. It's finally, I think it's finally established. Look at the leaves on that. Took a while to get settled here, but it's doing well now. And there's the beautiful, I know everything's beautiful, lilac. The color is very unusual. I don't know if I can really show it. It's a very unique color. It's not really showing it well on camera. It's almost a periwinkle blue and smells fantastic. That's another Peony. This one is a yellow, beautiful yellow, but it's got pinkish coral tones in it. It's beautiful. It's huge this year. Lots of buds. Some more Foxtail Lilies and some regular garden phlox in the back. I have quite a few different ones here. Some very unusual ones, so you'll want to come back and see those when they're out. It's another Ito. This one's called Hillary. Some Candy Tuff. Did really well. I have black-eyed Susans and regular Shasta daisies and some poppies. Lots of alliums. And this here is my straight-laced elderberry. Now this one, I haven't had any problems with a borer, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but it's got buds for bloom on it this year, so that'll be really nice to see. Nice bunch of poppies there, some lilies in the back, and some right back there behind the alliums. You'll see a clump, and that's geranium, the blue geraniums. Some more phlox. That's my Pavement Rose. It's doing well, although the bunny's been gnawing on it. This is another climber called White Dawn, I think they call it. The back, it's mostly hostas. I have some few shrubs. I just planted and divided a bunch of primula, and they're all coming, so I'm happy about that. And Casmia, they're really doing well, these here. They love clay soil, so great place for it. So there's a couple new ones here that from a yard sale. That was a hosta divided, put into 3 different sections. Here are the that, and I believe that there. Those are my primula that I divided, and you can find that video. And they're actually starting to sprout. So they're getting some leaves there. So it doesn't take long. That was just a week ago. Some fern in the back there. Oh, I can't remember the names of these. As you can see, they're all caged up. The bunnies love them, and I just want to try and get them big enough so that the stalks are big enough. They're going to leave them alone. They like the tender stuff to eat. So I'll swing you over here. Here's my little, it looks like a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree, but once it gets going, it's gorgeous. And the new growth, when it comes out, is white, and it looks really awesome. And their pine cones are red. So I'll show you that when it comes out more. My Seedling Delphiniums are huge. I'm gonna have to, they even have buds on them. So see, budded. So these are the ones from New Zealand. So it'll be interesting to see what color, because I got a variety pack of blue. So we'll see what they look like. More Casmia. Now I had to get some weed killer, because I have right there, and along here, bindweed. The worst nightmare of a gardener. Because you can't pull it. It just comes back. So you have to kill it with something. This is another beautiful Coral Dawn. These, if you want to divide, they're so easy to divide, and they bloom the next year. They don't sulk. They come back, and they're so gorgeous. This is really nice this year. That's the Red Hot Pokers. Oh, and my Sun Sprite Magnolia got quite a few blooms this year, and the leaves are looking much better. Do that. So it's finally taking off. So I'm just slowly adding things to my garden, mostly by dividing stuff I already have. A few, that's a geum. I like the orange, and another Foxtail Lily behind it. This one is False Indigo. It's the deep blue flowers. It's a nice clump. This is a new area because I took the rhubarb out. I had to cover the asters because the bunnies were eating it. My daylilies are going to be huge this year. Everything's good. Look at the size of my phlox this year. They're really great. And my tree peony is starting to bloom. Look at the color of this thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's just started. But what a color. Bit of Casmia behind it. So beautiful. Some nice Oriental poppies. There's another Ito Peony. This one's called Raggedy Ann. Lots of blooms on it this year. I'm hoping it does well. This is a really unusual phlox. Look at the leaf. It's got a very narrow growing habit, and the flower is very unusual. As even the color you don't see too often. So I'll show you that when it's in bloom. These are the miniature Casmia. So I have a few different sized ones. This is a little deeper color than the other one. This is really doing well. Some pinks. I had to spray this too. These here, they are Chinese lantern, and I did not know much about them, and unfortunately put them in my garden. Don't ever put them in your garden because they spread like wildfire. I put it in for 1 year, and this is what I'm getting. So I'm gonna have to do some major spraying in there, painting with a paintbrush so I don't kill anything else. It's coming up all over the place. Ah, I love that. It's so pretty. Casmia is really nice. This huge thing, this is a geranium, blue geranium. Look how huge it is. It just kind of takes over. Not sure if you can do the Chelsea chop on these. If you could, it would be great because they're way too big. That is, oh, what are they called? Bluebell. No, not bluebells. Is it bluebells? Oh, I'll have to put up on the screen. This is my other beautiful tree peony. It's a lighter pink. And if this is called Catchfly. I finally found out what it was, and it blooms all summer. At least it did last year. Stays small. I don't have any problem with it seeding, so it must be a sterile form. It was a newer one that I had gotten. But look at this peony bud. The size of it. And lots of phlox and lilies and a rhubarb back there. Oh, and these are gorgeous. Look at this. And they smell so awesome. They're almost done. It's a French lilac. Another Ito Peony. This one's called Copper Kettle. Lots of buds on it too. And this is a fringe tree. It'll be out probably late June. Some more, see those two spikes there. It's another Foxtail Lily. Really thick stalks. It's going to be gorgeous this year. And there's another one of those unusual phlox. See how narrow the leaf is? The flower is very unusual too. And the color is gorgeous. And I just transplanted this here. This is a boho hydrangea, or not boho, bobo. So I hope you enjoyed my little walkthrough, and I hope you are able to get out in your garden space and try and do a little bit of meditation, or get your sketchbook out and do some nature drawing, or just sit and enjoy. Stop and smell the flowers. It'll do you some good. Have a great day, everybody.